Hey everybody, it's Matt Madison with Doug Madison Realty, and I'm here this afternoon with Mark and Ellen. They're clients of mine that have recently purchased a new home. And I just thought it would be a great idea for you guys to hear what their experience was as far as the buying process was concerned. So I'm going to ask them a couple of questions and let them answer, and hopefully this is going to be something that's beneficial to you. So Mark and Ellen, tell me a little bit about when you guys started looking for a home.
We started looking in 2019 of October, and that's when I called you.
Right.
And we talked a little bit, and I think one of the first things you told me was to talk to Mark Rawls to get an idea of what we could afford.
Right.
So I did that, and once we did that, we just started talking about what we wanted or what we looked for in a house. And from there, it kind of snowballed.
So originally, you were looking at homes that were pre-existing,
Right.
probably something in the 18 to 2,000 square foot range is what we were looking for. And we went and looked at, how many would you say that we looked at during the whole buying process?
Well, I would say between 20 and 25.
Okay. Okay. That's
Probably 30.
Probably 30. Okay, well that's a fair assessment. I don't personally remember that many, but if you guys say that we went to that many homes, then that's fine.
You were very patient with us.
Well, thank you. That's one attribute I think that I have on occasion is patience. So, tell me a little bit about what you were looking for in a home.
Well, we were looking for enough space for us, plus kind of an area that would give room for her dad, who was supposed to be moving up with us. So we wanted to give him room and his own space as well. Okay. So we were kind of looking for, I don't even know how to say it, but just a place, an area for him that gave him room to have his privacy and us as well.
He's 91 and I wanted an area where he could ride his bike because he rides a bike every day. Okay. So we were trying to factor everything in, to be able to have him be able to ride his bicycle, have his privacy in the home, right, as well as us, and all of us be able to be comfortable in the house.
Okay, okay. So when we were looking at homes, I'm trying to remember when we got to that point where y'all decided on new construction. Tell me what happened.
Well, I think, honestly, we had never thought about new construction. We hadn't thought nothing of it. And it's when you brought it to our attention that it's it should be a thought or it could happen. And you introduced us to Tammy. And that same day, it was like, it's going to happen.
We picked out property. We got the ball rolling that same day.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think the most one of the things about this particular home is its location, and I just remember us standing in a home, one of the 20 or 30 homes that I showed you, and we were talking about the things you were looking for in a home and location,
right, and
particularly this location checked off that box,
right,
which was convenient for you guys and where y'all wanted to end up anyway.
Yeah.
And I just thought we'd give it a try, and y'all ended up building. Tell me a little bit about the building process.
How did that? It
was exciting.
At first, it really is. I mean, when you get to go and once you picked out the style of your home that you wanted, and then you have to go to a showroom to
right, be
able to pick everything out. Even your electrical outlets, you have to pick where they go. I mean, it was exciting. It was.
Yeah, and as the building started, you got to see everything going on, and you come in your house, and if you have an issue with something, you can talk to somebody, let them know. And we had very few problems, and what little problems we had, they took care of it.
I have to say, Frankie, that is this supervisor over True Homes, He was amazing. He really, if we saw an issue or, wanted something a little bit different, all you had to do was ask him, and he'd get to be right on the phone. So True Homes is a good location and good place to go to
Yeah,
start with.
I've sold several True Homes, and I've had the same comments from other clients as well.
And the good thing for us is that you have been a part of it. You know them, and
Right.
you know they do. You know that they're a reliable company, and
Right.
so that made us feel better knowing you were there with us and a part of that process
We
all
would-
the way through.
We would never have been able to do this without you. That's
Well,
the
thank
truth.
you.
That's the truth. You have been, from the moment he called you on the phone, from the moment, I'm like, you didn't even check around. I mean, that's the truth. That's what I said. You didn't even check around. He goes, no, because the moment he spoke to you on the phone, to date, you were awesome. You really were. And that's the truth.
Wow.
That's the truth.
And you led me in the right path, and obviously we got what we wanted. So, and it may not have been the traditional way you're used to doing it, but it worked for us. And I think that's the thing that makes you good at what you do, is you are actually trying to help your customer and your client. It's not about what best serves you.
Right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the compliments, and I got to tell you guys, it was enjoyable to work with you guys. And even though y'all, I remember several times when you would call me and be like, "Are you done with us yet?" And that wasn't the case at all. I actually took it as a challenge to be able to find you the perfect home. And I'm like, you know what? This has the possibility to be that, right? So
Absolutely.
you get to choose it.
And it's a great community.
Yeah.
I mean, we live around good people. They're nice, sociable, and you can step out on your patio at night, and all you hear is crickets, which is a little surprising. I mean, you would think that as big as the area is,
Right.
that you would hear more, but you don't. So we love it here.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all for sharing your story. I tell you, I've got to tell you one quick story before we get off, and that was the day of the closing. So we came to do our walkthrough, and I pulled up, and I got out of my car, and I went to go take a picture of the house, and I took a picture, and then my cell phone fell, and it fell right on the driveway, and it cracked into a million pieces. And I picked my cell phone up, and in all my years, I've never had a cracked screen, and I put it in my pocket, and I knew that I was going to have to, just change my whole demeanor before I walked through the front door. So I put my happy face on, and I came in and met with them, and we did the walkthrough. And I looked over in the kitchen, and there was looked like a basket. And then I noticed there was a card on it, and it said, "Matt." That's me, right? And so I really didn't know what to expect, and I couldn't believe that they would think enough of me to actually buy me a gift. First time in 25 years of doing real estate that I've ever had a client get me something, because my reward is getting them into their new home and getting paid a commission just like anyone else does when they sell a home. But they thought enough of me to do that, and it just goes above and beyond what type of people they are. And I personally, they're some of my favorite people that I've ever worked with, and I'm just so excited that you guys would take the time to talk with us today about your experience. So,
Absolutely.
sincerely, thank you.
You're welcome.
You were amazing.
And that is it from today. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care, and God bless.